Hello there, Pisces. Welcome to my channel, and thank you so much for joining me. I'm Mary Sue, and today I am going to be doing your mid-April reading. So this reading will be good from about April 15th to May 15th, and we're going to take a look at the overall energies for this month, and then we'll pull some tarot to get some details about any obstacles, challenges, or advice that Spirit has for you. And just keep in mind that this is a general reading. So if the message here is not resonating with you, you may want to check out your rising moon or Venus signs because there might be a message there for you. So let's go ahead and look at the oracle cards. I did pull them. I haven't looked at them, but just to save time on shuffling, I pulled them ahead of time. Okay, so here is the Scorpion energy. This is a really fiery energy. You can see, right here that this is the fire kind of burning within you. Sometimes this fire within you can fester. Sometimes it's, some internal pain from a hurtful situation that you've dealt with in the past. And you may have kind of like, put it under the rug or thought that, you were kind of over it or whatever. But the thing is that it's festering there. And what you need to do is release this painful energy that you have, because if you don't, then what can happen is the scorpion can sting, the people that they care about in their life. It's kind of like, it festers, it festers, it festers, and then something triggers you and you're just like, So we're going to take a look at the tarot and clarify this, but, just keep in mind, think about something that may have happened in the past that you think that you've worked through, but perhaps you haven't completely worked through. And so sometimes, these emotions come back up when, we put them down for a little while. We may deal with them and then kind of, think that we're kind of over a situation or something, but then they fester and they come back up. And so it's just an indication that there may be something in your emotional state that you may need to take a look at over this next month. So what do we have here? Beyond the ordinary. Wow. So this is you being able to see beyond what is going on around you. So this energy right here could have something to do with some people in your life that are causing you either pain or perhaps, some type of situation that you're trying to get through. There could be something that is like triggering you that happened in the past. And by seeing beyond the ordinary, it means that you're kind of like seeing it from a higher perspective. And sometimes that can be frustrating, right? When you kind of like have the scorpion energy also means that you need to have like compassion for others or for yourself in a certain situation. And you may be going through something right now that is helping you to rise above and see this situation or a past situation, whatever this is resonating for you, on a higher level, a more spiritual level. Really interesting. Yes, because you're accelerating. Like I see your conscious level accelerating. You're rising up. You're being put in a situation perhaps to help this accelerated motion. Whatever this is, by dealing with it, you are going to ascend to a higher level. Really interesting. It's I'm also getting, the stars are kind of aligning for you in some certain situation. Like this event, the situation could, is divinely timed. It's something that's definitely on your path. They're pointing out like the path of this comet. It's on your path. You're moving forward in a very quick way in a spiritual, conscious level type of thing. Oh, and you have broken heart. Okay, for some of you, I'm getting a message that somebody that's broken your heart may be re-entering your life. And it's kind of like, or if you don't come in exact contact with them, they could be coming in contact with people near you, if that makes sense. Like they're going to be at least in the periphery of your life for some reason. And this is going to trigger the pain from this broken heart, this situation in the past. And it could be a romantic love situation, a family situation, friend situation, even, work situation, something that really was disappointing and broke your heart. And you've kind of moved on from it, right? I have a feeling that happened in the past. You've kind of moved on, but the situation is coming back up, or this person is coming back into your life for some reason. And it's kind of like those underlying kind of emotions, right? They're coming up, and it's time to deal with it. When this person comes back, or somebody, I don't know, there's a good chance that, you could possibly like react very fiery in a way that I think you may not want to react, right? But that's because it's almost like, when you get like something really triggers you at a very core level. Sometimes we overreact because it's just so painful. And that's what I'm getting a sense of here to the sea. I can't remember. I think Cancer also had this card. So this is, your Cups energy. So this makes sense. But, she's kind of like in the bathtub. She's reading a book, but she's not really looking at the emotions. Like, you may have felt like you dealt with this broken heart, but somehow maybe you haven't completely dealt with it. And this whole situation is coming back so that you can really jump into the ocean of emotion. Kind of like revisit this situation and see it from a different perspective, because I think that you have come to a higher level of consciousness, of spirituality. You've come to a higher level since this situation happened. And now you're going to be able to look at the situation now, but from a different perspective, a much wiser perspective. Really interesting. Really interesting. So let's go to the tarot. So I'm going to look at your past and present energies, your obstacle over the next month, any advice from Spirit, and then also the outcome. So let's see what we have here. Let's see what we have. Okay, so we have the Four of Swords. Nice. I really feel like you have, okay, so they're they're giving me the message. The Four of Swords is the healing, right? But it's also kind of like, she's resting in this nest, right? And over here, is the heart. It's kind of like you've been resting, you've healed from this situation, but you haven't moved on from it. Like whatever the situation is, it's coming in again. I think so that you can close it out because, she's still in the nest. She's kind of like still in a fetal position. She's healed. She's not, sitting there crying or anything, but she also hasn't moved forward. Like the situation has to come back up. You have to look at the emotions, the pain of it again. And I have a feeling that this Scorpion here is because there's some conversation that you need to have. And I think Spirit is just kind of putting it, giving you a message that this situation is more painful than maybe you've realized. Like you think, oh, I've recovered from this, but you also haven't moved on. This is the Four of Swords. The next one up is Five of Swords, right? Where you kind of have that internal conflict. You look at the regrets. You may, what you really kind of are looking at what happened. And then the Six of Swords, right, is moving on. And you're at the 4. You have done some work, but Spirit is also indicating that you haven't also like closed this out, the situation out. And we are going to, clarify all these. But let's see what's in your present energy. Okay, so now here, this is interesting. So you have the 5 of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands. So you've gone from a 4 now to 5s, right? This is feeling abandoned and conflict. And this could be external conflict. This could be internal conflict. Like, this is what you're going to have to deal with. Your feelings, right? Your feelings of abandonment and conflict that this brought. Now, you also have the 8 of Swords. Now, the 8 of Swords in the upright means self-doubt. And this is a nice energy. Like, you're not doubting this, right? Like, it's kind of like we need a Swords energy here. Like, I don't think you're doubting it. Like, you know that this exists. You just may not have actually dealt with it, which is really interesting. So it's kind of like in your subconscious, maybe actually in your conscious mind, but you haven't actually completely dealt with it in the heart perspective. Like, you may have dealt with it in the ego perspective, but you haven't dealt with it in the emotional. Really interesting energy. But it does look like you are working on it, right? Like, okay, they're just like popping. Okay, so your obstacle is the Emperor and the 2 of Wands in reverse. Both of them are in the reverse. So because this is your obstacle, it's saying that, the Emperor is kind of like standing in your power, being really powerful, in control of your life, making decisions and moving forward, strategizing, planning. But your obstacle is that that's not what you're doing. I think it's a slow progression. When we're healing from a broken heart, it is a slow progression. And, I kind of feel like this reading might be Spirit just letting you know that, I'm anxious to see what's going to be in the advice, that you are progressing. You may have been almost doubting, am I progressing? Like you may be showing the world, you may be trying to show the world that you are progressing. But underneath in your heart, you may not. Okay, I just got fake it till you make it. Okay, they gave me that. It's kind of like you may be actually doing that. Kind of like faking that you're over this hurt to others because it is so painful. But underneath, you really still are in pain about the situation. And you're working on it. Like, I don't think you're really like shoving it underneath the rug. Like sometimes you may. When you have to be in a social situation, you want to pretend everything's okay, right? But I think that something's going to happen. You're going to maybe get some information, or this person is going to reach out, or these people, or something's going to happen. I also, you're in this bathtub by yourself. Like, you may feel like people in your life have maybe abandoned you, like something disappointing happened and you feel like maybe you're not totally supported. And Beyond the Ordinary is also letting you know that your spirit guides and angels, the universe is with you. Like, you may feel like you're in this bathtub and going through this situation by yourself, but Spirit wants you to know you're not by yourself. I think it's interesting because they're pointing out here that you're healing, but you're healing by yourself. You may not be sharing exactly how disappointing this situation was with others that are close to you. They just said, faking it till you make it. Like, I think it's time for you to kind of like not quite fake it anymore. Like, come to terms with how difficult this situation was. Like, you've done a good job of healing to this point. And now to progress, to accelerate and move forward in your life, you just have to kind of like really look at how disappointing this was, how painful. Okay, so let's see. Okay, they want me to shuffle again. Okay, let's see what the advice from Spirit is. The Magician. Manifest. Manifesting what it is that you really want in your life. Wow, manifesting, because your guides are here to help you see the path forward, but also to start moving in that path forward. Really nice. Okay, so let's see the outcome. King of Wands. This is you stepping into your inspiring being, right? Like being passionate about your life again, being passionate about where you're going, moving forward quickly, right? Lots of action, a lot of accelerated motion. Like I do feel like for a lot of you, you have been in this healing kind of situation, kind of, you know, maybe a little solitary. Both of these are very solitary type of energies. And I think by like taking a look at this again, understanding just how painful this situation was, it's going to allow you to get inspired and passionate about your life again and to move forward in a very quick and actually easy. I'm getting, you know, like shooting star, like you're going to shoot across the sky. You're going to shine so brightly, Pisces. So very nice. Like I think you may come to the end of this cycle very quickly once you really take a look at the pain that was involved in this situation. And for some of you, I really do feel like somebody is going to come back. There's going to be some type of triggering situation. Either a message from this person, or you bump into them, or, you know, you go to a party and somebody's talking about what they're doing in their life or something like that, right? And it could be an anniversary or a birthday that's coming up. He just gave me that. Like there's going to be something that's going to trigger another look at the situation and what it really has meant to you. They're also telling me that to look at how far you have come. Like don't dwell on the pain. Look at also how far, what you have been able to manifest since this situation occurred, what you have been able to bring into your life. To focus on that, be grateful for it, and that will help you to move, to get more inspired. Really interesting. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify these. So Spirit, can we clarify the Four of Swords? Wow, Six of Wands, Knight of Cups. Oh, the Emperor. Okay, it's interesting because we have the Emperor in reverse here as your obstacle. So the Four of Swords, I really think that this is a little bit of that fake it till you make it type of energy. And I've been there. Like, you know, like you just don't want to rehash the whole thing with everybody in your life, right? So when they say, oh, how are things going or whatever, you're just like, oh, everything's great, you know. And this is you healing and trying to get victory over the situation. But this is you like out in the world showing, you know, you're faking it until you actually heal it, right? You're kind of like, yeah, everything's going really great, but you're also spending time by yourself trying to still heal, if that makes sense, right? And, you know, this is, you know, the Knight of Cups and the Emperor. And, you know, this is like two different energies. And I'm kind of wondering if, you know, the Emperor is sometimes, you may have thought that the person you were dealing with was an Emperor and maybe they were just a knight. Or you could have had you could have had a situation where you wanted some more love in the situation, and the Emperor was kind of like, to me, the Emperor can be kind of like my way or the highway type of energy. Like that, it's all the kings together, but it's also kind of like, here I am sitting on my throne above everybody else. And I think maybe, you were kind of, you thought this person was one thing and they ended up being another. I'm getting that sense. And I'm also getting the sense that you may have been dealing with an Emperor, and you were really like, the Knight of Cups is like coming back, right? This person may have actually already come back, right? And offered, this is like a real, like, true apology, or reaching out, writing you a letter or an email, or sending you some type of information, but that it's kind of like a love letter. Like, it's more than just a, hey, how are you doing? Or, hey, I hope you're doing well. It's kind of more like a love letter. And this Emperor either has or may send this apology or love letter to you. Really interesting. It's kind of like there's some kind of love offer. Let's see what your present energy is. King of Swords, Page of Cups, Five of Cups. Yeah, I have a sense that for some of you, when you get this triggering moment, this love letter, this true apology, this something from this Emperor, you're going to be kind of like standing in your King of Swords energy and looking at it clearly. Like, this is going to be kind of like, it's almost like I feel like the Judgment card should be here. It's kind of like you're going to have a choice to make, and you're really standing firmly in your, mental state. Like, you're looking at it super clearly. You're looking at the pain. And, it's kind of like they may be coming off as a Knight of Cups here, but you're kind of saying, no, I that's really only a Page of Cups. Like, looking at this offer of love and recognizing it for what it really is. It's not a knight. It's only a page. Like, seeing it really crystal clear. And that could be when, the festering, the blister, the boil bursts open, right? Like, it's a situation where I think you're going to see something clearly. Somebody, I kind of almost wonder if the fake it till you make it is actually the other person. Like, they're faking the love, because they kept giving me that message. Like, they're faking it, and you're gonna see it for what it is. Like, yeah. Like, it's kind of like, this is kind of like, hey, how are you doing? You're on my mind, right? This is more like, I am so sorry for what I've done. And they may be saying the words of the Knight of Cups, but you recognize it for what it really is. Really interesting. So let's see what your obstacle is. Three of Cups, Strength, Nine of Pentacles. Yes. So I think, you're having a hard time moving on from this Emperor. And we have the Emperor over here, right? You're having trouble moving on from this Emperor energy. And once again, that could be a love connection. It could be a boss, because it is an Emperor. It could be a father figure. It's usually a male. It doesn't have to be, but it's usually a male energy that, is kind of somebody really important in your life. And, the thing is that I really feel like you're not seeing clearly just how strong you are as an independent person. This is the what we call the single lady card, gender doesn't matter, and your strength, like standing that in that and celebrating. Just, they're telling me again, you've come so far. You don't actually recognize how far you have come. It's like this is a final test. It's kind of a final test to show you just how far you've come. Wow, interesting. Really interesting. Pisces, you've got this. You got this. You do. Okay, so let's see the Magician. We have the Queen of Wands, the Seven of oh my goodness. Yes. So you are manifesting. This, and you know, this is Spirit telling you, yes, manifest your Queen of Wands. Now, you know, it's interesting because in the outcome we have the King of Wands, right? So you are manifesting being in your Queen of Wands energy. This is the fiery energy. This is you nurturing yourself, the party person, getting out there, you know, having real fun, super fun, not just faking it, like having the real passion for life again, planting the seeds for your future, knowing that you are capable of being independent and sufficient and in your strength, right? Because this isn't your obstacle. Like you're not recognizing just how strong and independent you are. And, you know, the Two of Cups is, you know, loving yourself, but also perhaps an offer of love from somebody else. Like this is you manifesting you, the future you that you really want. And I think you're already kind of in this energy. This situation is going to fester something. You need to release whatever that is and really step into this really nice energy of being passionate and nurturing, taking care of yourself, attracting in somebody that is a true love companion, a support, a soulmate. So let's look at this King of Wands because, you know, I feel like you're wanting to step into the Queen of Wands energy, and I think you are. And then we have the King of Wands here, which I initially thought was you. Knight of Wands, the World, the Four of Swords. And what's on the bottom? The Sun. Nice. You have the Sun, Justice, the Fool, the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the Star. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's look at all of this. Oh my gosh. The underneath is just beautiful. It's when you have this conversation, or you know, even if it's not a conversation, like you see the situation clearly, like you're not faking it anymore. You're not allowing somebody else to fake it anymore. You're kind of like, that's it. I'm manifesting me. I'm stepping into the person that I know I am, this inspiring, passionate, fiery energy. I'm stepping into that. I'm building my own life. I'm planting the seeds for my future and going for a true love companion, right? And when you do that, you know, you step into a new world. You know, there is true healing, and underneath, look at this. You have the Sun, abundance, joy, right? You get balance and justice. Like this could be a karmic cycle that you're going through, and you are going to get, you know, the karmic cycle is going to end. Justice is going to prevail. You are stepping into a new world. You're ready for the new adventure. You're ready for this new cycle. You're ready. You have the World card and the Fool card. You have a new beginning. You know, we started out with the Four of Swords, and I told you, well, you still have a ways to go, but I think when the situation happens and the way that you handle it, you see it for what it is, you handle it the best way that you can, right? You look at the emotions of this situation, and then you're just like quickly ending this cycle and stepping into something new. This has taken some time to occur, but you are nurturing yourself in the meantime. You're taking care of yourself. You're healing. You're loving yourself. You're choosing things in your life that only meet your higher good. And because of that, You are, you are embracing, because you are a cup, right? This is you embracing who you are, being your true loving self, being wise, wiser for this situation, bringing balance into your life and balance into the life of those around you. And then finally, 10 of Cups. I mean, the 10 of Pentacles. Like, this is, you know, this represents so many things, like true pentacle abundance, right? You know, you're planting seeds for your abundant future. Here it is. It's coming in. It's long term. It's, you know, something, it's, you know, it's something stable that will last a long time. It's really beautiful energy. Really beautiful. Okay. Wow. So exciting, Pisces. I love this reading. Okay. They're asking me to pull a couple of soulmate cards. So let's see, and we'll see if this is, you know, the person from the past, or perhaps this new King of Wands coming in. And Pisces, if you're enjoying this reading, I would really appreciate it if you would like, share, or subscribe. It really does help to build my channel and get my message of light and love out to the others. Okay, so you have solitude, retreat, introspection, silence. Go deep within yourself. Yeah, I think you've been doing that. And, you know, I think that it is truly jumping out of the bathtub and into the ocean of emotions, right? Like truly dealing with whatever this was. Looking at those emotions one last time. Offer, gesture, engagement, wedding, rejoice in your union. Yes, I do think you have something. You know, it could be, you know, this emperor from the past coming back. Maybe even, you know, offering you know, a proposal or something like that. But I think no matter what, whether it's this person from the past or someone new coming in, the truth is that Spirit really does want you to know that you have someone lovely coming onto your path. Settling, scarcity, insecurity, lack of faith. Believe that you deserve the best. Wow, I think this is really for some of you, that when this person from the past comes back and offers what you know, they're offering the, you know, the Knight of Cups energy, but you're kind of seeing it really for what it is. It's only a Page of Cups. It's not enough, right? Like, this is what you want, but this is what they're giving you. This is not enough. Like, you're really kind of stepping into, you know what I really want? I really want this, right? And, you know, you want the offer. You want the proposal, the offer from someone that is giving you the Two of Cups energy. Really nice. Really nice. Okay, so let's get to pull a love oracle card. Let's see what other advice that we have here. Okay, wait a minute. They asked me to pull one of these, so we'll do this first. These are the Romance Angel cards. So let's see what we have here. I don't normally pull these. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit to have fun. Spirit of fun to shine. This is you stepping into your Queen of Wands energy. This is total Queen of Wands energy. And we have that here in your, you know, your advice is to step into that Queen of Wands energy. And I think that's what you're trying to do, right? You're trying to raise your vibration and get inspired and passionate. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. And I think for some of you, when the situation comes in, you know, we're getting that solitude, that retreat kind of energy. Like, when this situation comes back up for you, you may need to take a deep breath. and be careful not to zap somebody, right, with fire. Like, I'm not saying you can't speak your truth. You definitely should speak your truth. But to do it from they're saying to do it from a compassionate point, you know, to speak your truth, but not be hurtful, because if you, when this situation comes around, if you just burn them back, right, that doesn't close out the cycle. Because I do feel like for some of you, this is a karmic cycle. So you want to close it out with grace so that you can step into this new world. And what worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Definitely, because we also saw beyond the ordinary. Like, you know instinctively that this is all going to work out in your favor because you deserve it. It's all going to work out in your favor. Whether that is reconciling with the person from the past or somebody new coming on your path, that this love is going to be worth waiting for, because it's going to be beautiful. Like, when this is all over, you're going to look back at the situation and be grateful for it. Okay, passion, a magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. This is the artwork. This is you, Queen of Wands. And I do feel like for a lot of you, this is somebody new and fiery coming onto your path, right? The Queen of Wands, King of Wands energy. This is true passion, right? Deep passion. Really nice. So let's get an angel message to finish this out. Oh, Pisces, this is a beautiful reading. Okay, gratitude. And I think I started off talking about that, being grateful for this situation, because even though it's painful, it's going to help you to go to a new level. Gratitude. Thank you. This is a heartfelt thanks to you from someone you recently helped in some way. I, your guardian angel, also wish to thank you for the unconditional love you emanate to the earth, humanity, and those around you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are eternally blessed. May peace, grace, and love forever guide you along your sacred path. Oh, it's so beautiful. So beautiful. Well, I'm going to leave it there for you. And Pisces, I really do hope that you have enjoyed this reading. I've really enjoyed doing it for you. And I wish you lots of love and light in this situation and all your situations. Bye for now.